All right, Derek Marth from Urban Bigfooter. I'm sorry I had a gentleman stop and talk to me. It gave me as a perfect opportunity to witness Jesus Christ to him. Some receive, some don't. You just got to keep that in mind. But anyway, I'm going to tell you about the story that I had with my dog. This is really an incredible story. So I had an Australian blue heeler. It's an Australian Shepherd heeler kind of mix. So beautiful. He was a beautiful dog, real beautiful. But anyway, I decided to do a Bigfoot walk, right? You know, because I was having at this time of period I was having a lot of interactions with him. A week prior, I had one run across the trail on me. It wasn't very big. He was a juvenile. He's about 6 foot, 6'2", and my first impression was, what was this black man running out of a dark woods into another dark woods, right? How could he even see? Because it was like early morning, right before the sun came up. But I was able to see. It was kind of like on the precipice. But anyway, so I was taking my dog out. It was about 9:30 at night. And we have to walk over this wooden bridge. So we one side is town, the other side is just like open preserve. So I wait until I get on the other side to unleash him so he can just take off running and enjoy himself. He goes and pees on everything that he finds, and he's just having a good time. Well, so I waited to about the middle of the bridge, and I let him go, and he just bolted. He just took off like a bolt of lightning, right? And I'm like, oh, that's cool. He's gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good walk. Well, I get to the end of the bridge, and he's sitting there just shivering and shaking with his tail between his legs, looking into the woods. And I'm like, oh, so I leash him back up. I know that they're here. They're around us, right? Because of his actions. He was a dog that wasn't afraid of anything. You know what I mean? The people, he would go right up to people. He wasn't afraid of anything, but he was afraid of these guys. And so I'm walking down the trail. It's a dark trail. We were walking, and so we're right, there was power lines in this area. And we were getting ready to come up, and there's fields underneath the power lines. And we're getting ready to come up to that area, and we're getting ready to turn the bend, and all of a sudden this spotlight shines on us from the sky for about 2 or 3 seconds. And I look up, and I'm like, whoa, and all of a sudden it just turns right off. I'm like, whoa, what was that all about? I was like, oh man, something interesting is going to happen. So we come around the bend to the power lines. It's an open field, but this time it's got about 6, maybe 8 foot of cedar trees and grass, and even because I live around a marshy area, so it's got phragmite grass as well. And so all of a sudden I hear, like, it sounded like 2 elephants running at me, right? Running at us, right? And my dog's kind of freaking out. He's whimpering. And so I was, all right, Oscar, hold up, buddy, hold up. And I got him double hand now, right? And all of a sudden they just stop. They stop before they're visible. And so as I'm watching, hold on for a minute. Thank you. Hi, how you doing?
Good. Hi there.
All right.
Caregivers.
So as this is happening, another one, maybe 70 yards back, opens up with a scream. I mean, it starts with a high pitch, and it's so long and drawn out. I mean, it goes on for like at least 10 seconds, and that's pretty long. That's deep. And so, right, and my dog is just frozen at this point. He screams again, right? This time my dog starts pulling away. You know what I mean? He starts pulling away. And as he's pulling away, his collar breaks and he just bolts. He's out of there. He's out of here. He doesn't want any more of this. He's scared and he wants to roll. Well, as that second one was ending, I heard this whoa, 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 and it sounded like an ATV to me, right? And I was like, oh shoot, there's a guy on a quad back in these trails, right? But it was a boat. He was doing some night fishing up in the creek. We had to pass that bridge. So, and all of a sudden, he opens, the creature being opens up a third time, screams a third time, and all of a sudden I hear that motor crank. And when I heard that motor crank and start up, he immediately nailed that throttle down. Immediately nailed the throttle, and he was gone. And these floodlights came on, and he was getting out of there. So I thought that was pretty hilarious. But as these, I had a feeling that this dude was going to scream a fourth time. So I just raised my hand up and I said, all right guys, I apologize for coming in, because I would assume that they felt like they were being pinched in, because they were watching, I guess they were watching a dude on in a boat. You know how many times does people go fishing up there, and then how many times does people come at the same time with walking their dogs. But in any case, I just threw my hands up, said I'm sorry, and I'm on my way out. I didn't feel any threat. I wasn't scared. I wasn't anxious or anything. So and as I'm walking out, I could tell one of them was following me out, because you hear that walking, you know, where you walk and then you stop and then you hear that noise pick up again, and followed me all the way out to the bridge. And needless to say, my dog did not want to go with me anymore after that. And there's my story. I got many more. I'm going to tell you a good one again tomorrow. Have a blessed day in the name of the Lord Jesus.